Alright, this dirty old patch. I got the takedown pin out of there. Or the safety situation. It didn't break, I don't think. But it's definitely very, very dirty. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. Probably gonna have to go get the sonic cleaner and put some of these parts in it and see how that comes out. That's my safety. So I got the safety, and here's the I guess you would call this the dust cover kind of thing. And here's the spring, the recoil spring. I guess this is the recoil spring. Looks like it's held in there by some kind of a way. Look how rusty that is. I mean, that is serious. Now, I have not pulled the bolt out yet because the bolt only comes back to right there because of how rusty it is right here. So I'm gonna try to get the bolt to come back a little bit more, like all the way. Just got back into the same spot. It's really rusted right in here, so I gotta clean out these grooves. Let's put them all the way forward. The track. No, that's too much. That's rusty, man. It's just terrible. This is bad. But it's something. It's something. I feel like it gets to that spot and wants to stop. There's like a, okay. I'm gonna have to use a little force to get that thing off. That thing is stuck. Let's clean in there a little bit. Uh-oh, I think I unplugged something here. You got lucky that it came apart this far. Let's try to put it back. Look at that. That was pretty sweet. Except for this. It gets to that one spot. I'm going to try to sling it off. Ooh, it stops right there. So what's that deal? I think it's just rough right in there. All right, well, what I'm gonna do is work on this for a little bit. Try to get this bolt out of here. Try to get the bolt out. And then put it in the sonic cleaner. Like I say, I'm not real familiar with this gun. You're probably like, why are you keep doing that? The bolt's running pretty good right in there. Just don't want to go no farther. Let's give it a couple more whacks. Gotten farther? Yeah, it's just stubborn. We got the bolt off, or the bolt carrier, and then here's the bolt, which is stuck. I think that's the problem. That thing is rusty. There it goes. It's kind of like an SKS. Firing pin's still in there. There's the bolt. It's very, very, very rusty. All right, well, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go wash this stuff off a little bit, and then I'm gonna get my sonic cleaner. Pause the video. I'm gonna pause the video and go throw this in the sonic cleaner. Maybe that will help it. But we have great success today. We got the receiver pretty much stripped down. Everything's starting to move in it. We got the dust cover off. Oh no, this is the bolt carrier. We got the dust cover off. I'm not real sure about how to get this spring out. You would think it would just pull out. But it probably has something to do with this. Actually, I think this is what's supposed to latch on to that bolt. This is a very, very important part right here. This part right here was not working. How is that supposed to work? That is supposed to, see, that's supposed to hook into that, I think. It's supposed to hook into, yeah, I don't know. No, wait a minute. Does this go into here? Yeah, that's supposed to hook into that. So that's got a, maybe that's supposed to have a spring. I'm not real sure. We're gonna put it in the sonic cleaner. That might have something to do with it right there. I don't have anything that's small enough to fit down in there. On the table. See what that does. Okay. I'm gonna go get the sonic cleaner. I'll be right back. Pause. All right, I'm back. I got my little thing. I don't have very much of this purple stuff, so I'm just gonna pour it all in there. Then I'm gonna go get some water and add to it. I need to get it about up to about there. So let me go get a little bit of water. Let me pause the video again. Get a little. All right, I got some water. And I used the same jug, so if there was any left in there, we should be able to put it up to right about there to start with. Now we will turn on the heater, and we're going to set it to the maximum. Well, I guess it's 480. And we're going to put some of these parts in there. Let's see if this trigger housing will fit in there. That's kind of a tight fit. We want the main, we want to get the bottom of it down in there. When we put some more parts in there, it'll fill up the level. We'll put this part in there. We'll put that part in there. We'll put the bolt in there. And I guess we'll put the barrel band thingamajigger in there. We'll wait on this one. And we're just gonna get the lid. Where did I put the lid? Oh, here's the lid. And we're going to let it go for this time, and I'll come back when it's done. All right, well, I'm looking at this, and I pulled on this, and the spring did come off of there. And there's some sort of a thing inside of the spring. So at least now we can clean this better. There's a rod in here. I'm just gonna throw this in there and let it go through. We still got 2 minutes left on that, but I thought I'd show you that came off. We could look in here and see what it looks like. As you can see, it won't hurt you to mess with this. It's definitely cleaning it. I'm gonna flip this over. Actually, I might just pull this part out and throw this spring in there. Put the lid back on. See how it's cleaned this up some? Now you want to take, when you get it like that, you want to take a little bit of steel wool and just wipe it down. But you can see how much cleaner that spring is in there. We're going to put it back in, but I just wanted to show you how the sonic cleaner works pretty good. I'm very happy with how that sonic cleaner does. You know, it just hooks back. When we put it back in, we're going to put it in. Maybe we should pull this out. See how that goes in there? It goes right in there like that. I feel like that spring is worn. I'm going to throw that spring in there and that piece in there. All right, I'm gonna pause it. I'll be back in a minute. All right, the time is running down on the sonic cleaner. It's getting ready to stop. 3, 2, 1. There, shut off. So that was one cycle. Now, there is 2 strings down in here. Just gotta find them. There's one. I don't see the other one. Maybe I can just get it up like this. Oh, we're losing parts. Let's set it like that. Started working on that. I'm gonna wipe it down a little bit. Take that out. Take that out. Here's the bolt. The bolt's pitted. It probably won't hurt it though. Looks like it says something on that bolt. Definitely gonna have to run the bolt some more. Let's get this little groove right in here cleaned out. This thing's kind of like got the gas system of like a, it's one of those gas systems like an AR-15 kind of thing. So I'm assuming these things need to be oiled up real good to run very good. And they probably need to be really clean. And that's the opposite of what this is. It's my safety. I don't know why that safety was so hard to get out. I mean, it doesn't even look like it was. I don't understand why you have to put the safety in a certain location for it to come out. I don't see anything that makes it where it wouldn't come out of there. All right, we got this part, a little bit of rust there. And this is the inside of that spring. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these strings, drop them in there, put it on the temperature control. We're gonna put this in upside down. We're gonna put this in upside down, actually sideways. Put that back in. Put the bolt in there. Put the spring in there. And then we'll put this in like that. And might as well put that spring in there and that little pin. So put the lid on it. And the lid's on there backwards or something. We might have it overfilled. Set it. All right, we'll come back and check it again. This video is getting kind of long, so one more check and then we'll look at the parts, and then we'll do another video another day. All right, this is back to this. I think I'm just gonna keep running this. It's getting cleaner. Pull out the rest of it. That's serious. Seriously cleaned it, but it still needs a lot of rust in there. This thing's in pretty bad shape. Where's that steel wool? I think I've had all I want of this for today. I'm just gonna keep running it and then scraping it down, and then I'll come back after all the part. Okay, we're gonna end the video. There's some, oh, that's the Some kind of a marking right there. Just gonna keep running it. Let's see how this part turned out. Look at where that rust is in the little corners. Just run it and then brush it down and then run it again. I wish it was in this condition when I got it. Then it would have been a lot easier to take apart, I think. I'm gonna flip the safety over. All right, I'm sorry the video is so long. I'm gonna pause it again, and then I'll show you what it all looked like after I got done cleaning. I'm gonna stick the back of the receiver in there and clean up the rest of the parts, and that'll be the end of this video. And then I'll have the parts laying all out here with my table cleaned up. All right, so this is what the parts look like. I got them covered with some ballast all again, but at least it's all apart now. And the trigger housing covered with oil so it won't rust. And this has still got some rust back in here, but I'll have to keep working on it. Can't do it all in one day. The bolt came out pretty good. So I guess I'm gonna just try to put it all back together and see if it anything works, and I'll show you what it looks like for now. All right, so I put it back together. It's kind of hard to show it in here, but I got it where it will. Now it can latch onto that, and if you move this and you push it forward, it pops back. So it's getting there. But the safety still has a problem. I'm not sure now that I put it back together, the safety won't go back over. So, but at least I can make it go. Put the safety right here. I can still hurt myself with it, so I got to be careful that I don't get the Hakim thumb. But there are some markings on it. And that's about where I'm at with it right now. All right, let me see if I can get a better look at it. The Hakim is back, almost back to working. Maybe I have to tighten these screws up a little bit. Oh, and also I put the mag body in the sonic cleaner to get it cleaned up a little bit. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. At least we got it unfrozen, broken loose. The Hakim is breaking loose. Now we'll really clean it down and get all that rust off of it, and then we'll start working on putting some oil on the stock or something. All right, have a good one. It's very dirty. All right, one more quick thing. I tightened up the screws on the trigger guard. Now we can snap it, and we can put it on safety. Safety works. Flip the safety, it shuts, and then it snaps. So I think it's functional. Oh yeah. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? So put it on safety. I think that side's safety. Let me see. Yeah, that's the safety. See that? You flip it over to this way, push it back. You can pull the trigger. It's back to working again. But watch when it's not on safety, that's when it can get you. That thing will smash your finger. So, yowzas. Thanks for watching.